Okay, good morning children. So in the last class we have started with direct and indirect speech, and we know that in direct and indirect speech we have first class we have just gone through what is direct speech, what is indirect speech, what are the things that we have to note when we convert a direct speech to indirect speech, steps that we have to follow when we convert a direct speech to indirect speech. Okay, and definition also we have seen. And in indirect speech we know that it can be split into two, reporting clause and the code, and it is combined by the using of the most commonly used conjunction, which is that. Okay, and tense changes, how it will change. All the present tenses respective present tenses will change to all the present tenses will change to its respective past forms, and how the modal auxiliaries will change. And next, the time, the words of nearness also will change, and persons also will change. Okay, so these are the four things that we have seen in the last class. And now moving on to the next set of conversions. Okay, next set of conversions, not much lengthy, but still some more things have to be noted. And another thing that we have to note is that we know that when we convert a direct to indirect speech, the first part, which is called the reporting clause. In a direct speech, the first part is called the reporting clause, and the second part, which is there in the code, is called the code. Okay, and we know that when we convert it, we will remove all the exact words will be given in the code, and we will remove all those punctuations, and only there will be a full stop at the end of the sentence, and all kinds of sentences will be converted to a statement form. Statement in the sense means SVO pattern. Okay, and in the reporting clause we know that if the reporting verb, as I have told you, subject and reporting verb, which includes the reporting clause. Okay, which is included in the reporting clause. If the reporting verb is in reporting verb, if it is in simple present or simple future or even present perfect, there won't be any change in the code. Okay, we have already studied that code. The number of changes we have already discussed. Okay, these are the changes that will happen in the code when we convert direct to indirect speech. Okay, but if the reporting verb, remember reporting verb in the sense means the verb which is outside the code. Okay, the verb which is outside the code is called the reporting verb. If the reporting verb is in tense of the reporting verb, you have to find out if it is in simple present tense or simple future or even present perfect. Okay, if any of these tenses are used as a tense of the reporting verb, then there won't be any change in the verb or any change in the tense given in the code. Okay, example I'll tell you. Okay, yeah, first example. Here I write example with the other ring so that you can easily identify. Okay. Anu says, and see what is the tense of the reporting verb? Simple present tense. Okay. Anu says, Tommy is going to England. Okay, no, my mother is going to England. Okay, so Anu says, my mother is going to England. So here direct speech sentence is given, and in this sentence you can see the reporting verb is simple present tense. If the reporting verb is simple present tense, there won't be any change in the tense that is given in the code. Okay, so of course you will combine with the help of the conjunction, but there won't be any change in the tense given in the code. So how will you convert this to indirect speech? The answer will be this. Okay, I'll write it first. Yes, also we have to write here. Okay, The answer will be Anu says that. Remove all the punctuations and the reporting will be simple present tense, so there won't be any change in the tense given. Actually the tense is present continuous, so normal case it should be converted to past continuous, but here there won't be any change. Why? Because the reporting verb is in simple present tense. Okay, keep that in mind. So Anu says that. Yeah, persons of course will change, otherwise the meaning of the sentence will be different. Okay, so the meaning of the sentence should be same, so that is why the persons will change accordingly. Okay, so Anu says that her mother, will you change to is going to was going? No. Her mother is going to England. And full stop. We have removed all the punctuations. We have combined by using this conjunction that, and as the reporting verb is simple present tense, we did change the tense of the verb given in the code. Okay. Of course the persons will change. Persons should be changed. Why? Because otherwise the meaning of the sentence will be different. Okay. So this much is clear to all of you, I think. Okay. So this is what happens when the reporting verb is in simple present tense. Anu says my mother is going to England. Anu says that her mother, Anu, that is why her mother is going to England. There is no change at all. Okay. So hope this is clear to you. Okay, next one, simple. If the reporting verb is simple present tense, which is the next one what I have told? Simple future. Okay, so this is the first one. Simple future. Please do copy down this. So simple future. Okay, and simple future, same sentence we write. Okay, always. Yeah, the teacher will say. Example, the teacher will say, and we know that will say reporting verb is simple future. Will say and comma and begin the word. All the children have become very naughty. All the children have become very naughty. Okay, all the children have become very naughty, full stop and close the quote. So we have separated, this is the reporting clause, this is the quote, and the reporting verb is simple future tense. As I have told you, simple present, simple future and present perfect. If the reporting verb is in any of these three tenses, there won't be any change in the tense given in the quote. Okay, of course, the persons will change, connections will be there, but the tense won't change in the quote. Okay, and this tense never will change. This always remains the same. Okay, whether it is present, past or future or present perfect, the reporting verb will be given in the same tense in the answer also. Okay, so the answer will be the teacher will say, remove all these punctuations and use the conjunction will say that, and don't use capitals here because we are separated with the this part as a quote. Okay, so that is why we have used capitals here, but when we are combining, we did not use capitals there. The teacher will say that all the children, this is third person, so that is why no change. Okay, all the children have become, will you change to have become? No. All the children have become very naughty. And full stop. Okay, so the teacher will say all the children have become very naughty. The teacher will say that all the children have become very naughty. There is no change. Only we have used the conjunction that, remaining everything is same. The reason is why? Because the reporting verb that we have used is simple future. Okay, hope you got it. Okay, and the third one is present perfect. Okay, so that we will write here. Present perfect. Okay, so present perfect we know that has or have plus V3 form. Okay, so one example I will give you. Yes, Ali said. Ali has said. Okay, Ali has said. We can see what is the tense of this? Has said. Has or have plus V3. That is present perfect tense. Ali has said, I have been cheated. Okay. Ali has said, I've been cheated. Okay. Okay, so how will you convert this to indirect speech? Ali has said that. Of course, this conjunction is there, and the reporting verb is present perfect, so we don't need to make any changes in the tense given in the code. Okay, Ali has said that. Of course, the person has to be changed. Okay, and person I to he, first person to third person. He. So if the subject is singular, the verb also should be singular here. It's an exception, that is why I have, but he has. Doesn't mean that tense has got changed, only subject verb agreement happened here. Okay, subject is singular, the verb also should be singular. Here subject is I, it's an exception, so that is why have been used. Okay, so same without having any change in the tense. Okay, he has been cheated. Full stop. Okay, so the reporting verb simple present, simple future and present perfect. There won't be any change in the code. Okay, tense given in the code. Okay, only we will combine, the persons of course will change, but the tense in the reporting, in the code remains the same. Okay, so this rule is clear. Okay, so this is very important. If the reporting verb is simple present, simple future or present perfect, there won't be any change in the tense given in the code. That remains the same, only we will combine that with the help of the reporting verb. Okay, so this rule is clear to you. Okay, next one more rule is there, and after that examples of each kinds of sentence will be. Okay, so we have seen that if the reporting verb is simple present, simple future or present perfect, there won't be any change. Okay, and we know that if the reporting verb is past, all these changes will happen. Understood? If the reporting verb is simple past, that means said. Okay, said or told. So if the reporting verb is simple past, all these changes will happen, and even if the reporting verb is simple past, on certain condition there won't be any change. Okay, and which are those things? Okay. There won't be any change in the tense of the code, even if the reporting verb is simple past. When the sentence, first condition, okay, when the sentence is a universal truth. First thing, universal truth. Second, proverb. Third one, habitual action. Okay, so there won't be any change in the tense of the code. We have already told that if the reporting verb is simple present, simple future or present perfect, there won't be any change in the tense given in the code. Okay, so that is one thing. On the other side, even if the reporting verb is simple past, we know that if the reporting verb is simple past only, all the changes will happen. Okay, all the words of nearness will change to distance, and the modal auxiliaries will change, the tenses will change from to its respective past forms. All these persons also will change. So all these changes will happen when the reporting verb is simple past. And even if the reporting verb is simple past, on certain conditions there won't be any change in the tense of the quote. Okay, and which are the conditions? When the sentence is given in the quote, if it is a universal truth, if it is a proverb, if it is a habitual action. Example I will give you. Universal truth. Example is, okay, Anu said the sun rises in the east. You know that is a universal truth. Okay, any universal truth. Okay, the earth revolves around the sun. Okay, or any of those kinds. Okay, which you can use it, which we consider as universal truth. Okay, then water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. That's a universal truth, scientific fact. Okay, so all those things which cannot be changed. So I know said the sun rises in the east. This we know that this is a universal truth. Okay, and this one, even if the reporting verb is simple past tense, when you convert that, how will you write? You said that the sun rises in the east. First. Okay, have you understood why there is no change? Normally, rises should change to rose. Okay, simple present to simple past. But we know that this is a universal truth. So if it is a universal truth, there won't be any change in the tense given in the quote, even if the reporting verb is simple past tense. Normally, if the reporting verb is simple past tense only, all these changes will happen. But even if the reporting verb is simple past also, on these conditions, there won't be any change in the tense given in the quote if the sentence is a universal truth, proverb, and habitual action. Got it clear? Okay, so first one, universal truth we have written. And you said that the sun rises in the east. Proverb. Okay. Example. Okay. Mary said, honesty is the best policy. You know that is a proverb. Okay. Honesty is the best policy. And close the quote. Okay, reporting verb is simple past tense, but this we know that it's a proverb. Okay, look before you leap. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, make hay while the sun shines. Any of these proverbs, if you take, you can just convert it. So, you can just combine by using the conjunction only. Need not make any changes in the tense. Okay, so in this one, when you convert to indirect speech, Mary said that honesty is the best policy, and full stop. Okay? Okay. And third one. So universal truth is over, proverb is over, and in all these three cases you can see that the reporting verb is simple past tense, but still there won't be any change in the tense given in the quote. Why? Because if any of these three things come, even if the reporting verb is simple past, there should not be any change. Okay, changes will not take place. Habitual action. Okay, habitual action. Example. Sam said, I go for a morning walk every day. Okay, we know that every day. It specifies that it is a habitual action every day. Okay, things that you do in your life daily, that is called habit. It will become a habit for you. So here also Sam said, I go for a morning walk every day. So here reporting verb is simple past, but still, as we know that it is a habitual action, you convert to indirect speech. Sam said that he. First person of course has to be changed to third person, otherwise the meaning will be different. Okay, so he, we know that I subject, go, plural form, he goes. Okay, doesn't mean that there is change in the tense according to the subject only. Okay, subject to agreement only happened here. Sam said that he goes for a morning walk every day. And full stop. Okay, so Sam said that he goes for a morning walk every day. Okay, so this rule also is clear. So earlier we have said that if the reporting verb is a simple present, simple future or present perfect, there won't be any change in the tense given in the code. That is first rule. And second important thing is that this is an exception. Okay, so normally if the reporting verb is simple past, all the changes will happen. But even if the simple reporting verb is in simple past tense, on these conditions, if the sentence given is a universal truth, a proverb or a habitual action, even if the reporting verb is past, there won't be any change in the tense given in the code. Okay, so this is also clear, I think so. Okay, okay, now we'll move on with the usual conversions. Okay, from each tense, each kind of sentence. Okay, each kind of sentence we'll see and how the changes will happen. And words of nearness also in some sentences it will come. So how the words of nearness will change is words of distance. And if modal auxiliary comes, that also will be changed to the past forms. Okay, conditional forms. Okay, so this we have seen. Now one by one examples. So these are the main things that you have to keep in mind. Okay. Now one by one the sentences we'll see. He said, I play tennis. He said, I play tennis in the evening. Okay, so he said I play tennis in the evening. So reporting verb is past, reporting verb is past. We know that other than universal truth, proverb or habitual action, all the other sentences, tenses will change accordingly. Okay, so how will you do that? He said that, and I will change to first person to third person, he. So that is why he played, simple present to simple past. He played tennis in the evening. He said that he played tennis in the evening. Okay, and next thing is that, okay, next, so simple present to simple past we have seen. Same sentence we will change from present continuous to past continuous. Okay, yeah, he said, this is the first one. He said, the difference you should feel. Okay. He said, I am playing tennis now. Yes, now also is coming, so we'll see what changes will happen in the indirect speech. Okay, so reporting verb, simple past and present continuous tense. He said that, combining by using the conjunction that, removing all the punctuations. He said that, he, I to he, and am playing, present continuous to past continuous. He, so that is why was playing. He was playing tennis. Now we'll change to then. Okay, so he said that he was playing tennis then. Okay, understood the changes. Now the words of nearness change to far, now to then, present perfect to past perfect, and I, first person to third person, and the conjunction. Okay, next example is present perfect. Okay, he said, I've played tennis. He said, Here we can see some simple past is a reporting verb, and here it is present perfect. Okay, so simple present we have seen. Say next one, present continuous we have seen. Now present perfect. Okay, how will you change this? He said that he have played, we change to had played, present perfect to past perfect. He had played tennis for 2 years. Okay, he said that he had played tennis for present to past perfect, I to he. Okay, so this is clear, present perfect to past perfect. Okay, okay, now present perfect to past perfect continues. He said, I've been playing tennis for 2 years. Say, instead of present perfect, here present perfect continuous. So how will you change that? He said that he had been, present perfect continuous to past perfect continuous. He had been playing tennis for 2 years. Okay, so have you seen the changes that happen? So present perfect, I play tennis, he played tennis. Here I am playing, he was playing. Present to past continuous. He said I have played, he had played. Present perfect to past perfect. And here have been playing, had been playing. Present perfect continues to past perfect continues. Okay, so this is how the changes will take place if the reporting verb is simple past. Okay, next, it's not over. Now what is remaining? Now if it is simple past, okay, if the reporting verb, if in the code the tense is simple past, what will happen? So all these present tenses we have seen present tense respective past. Okay, now if past forms come, how the changes will happen in indirect speech. Okay, that also we'll see. Okay, so first one. Yes. He said I played. He said I played tennis yesterday. So words of numbers also came here. Okay. So he said I played tennis yesterday. How will you change that? He said that. Simple past, first person to third person, then simple past to past perfect. Okay, so he had played tennis yesterday. How will you change yesterday to the day before or the previous day? Okay, tennis the day before. Okay, he said that he had played tennis the day before, or he said that he had played tennis the previous day. Okay, either previous day or day before. You have to convert that. Understood? The day before. Okay, so next one is he said, I'm giving you the same example for you to understand it easily. Okay, so he said, now simple past to past perfect if past continuous is given. Past continuous. I was playing cricket. I was playing, past continuous. Okay, I was playing tennis yesterday. Okay, so past continuous to past perfect continuous. Okay, he said that he, past continuous to past perfect continuous. So he had been playing tennis the day before. And I met him. Okay, so he said I was playing tennis yesterday. He said that he had been playing tennis the day before. Past continuous to past perfect continuous. Okay, simple past to past perfect, past continuous to past perfect. And the last one. He said, I had played football. Okay, I had played football. So this one, past perfect what will happen? Won't be any change. Okay, he said that, he said that he had, only person will change. Okay, he had played football. Understood? Okay.